Coming up, big pay hikes could soon be on the way for 500 Cass County employees. A warning tonight about West Nile Virus, what you can do to protect yourself and your family. And help is on the way for North Dakota ranchers hit hard by spring blizzard. Hello and welcome to the Nightly Review. I'm Tom Tucker. We begin with a look at tonight's headlines, then a closer look with comments tonight from Cass County Sheriff Jesse Jahner talking about how local law enforcement officers train for active shooter situations. And in tonight's one-on-one conversation, the focus is a new technology platform for public school students in North Dakota that one state official says will revolutionize education. But first tonight, 500 Cass County employees could be in store for one of their biggest cost of living pay increases in 30 years. Cass County commissioners have voted to approve proposing an 8.5% pay hike for county employees. The possible hike will be figured into the county's preliminary budget plan this summer. The next largest cost of living pay hike over the years for county workers was 5.1%. Most pay hikes have ranged around 2 to 3%. A community gathering over the weekend raised money for the family of the 21-year-old woman who died after she was shot at a South Fargo restaurant in May. Lucia Garcia was shot last month at Plaza Azteca and died days later. The fundraiser took place at the Church of St. Henry in Perham. Garcia's son Dominic was also shot, but he is expected to make a full recovery. The Dilworth Police Department is getting new equipment. The department has purchased portable fingerprint scanners that will help with identifying subjects during investigations. The scanner has secure access to criminal databases run by the FBI and the Minnesota Bureau of Criminal Investigations. The police department is the first in the FM area to use the DataWorks scanners. Well, it is the time of year when you're advised to take precautions against mosquito-borne West Nile virus. The State Department of Health suggests using insect repellent, wear protective clothing while outside, limit outside activity between dusk and dawn, and eliminate standing water. 30 North Dakota residents were infected in 2021, 14 required hospitalization, and 1 person died. The Grand Forks International Airport is set to close to large aircraft operations and commercial flights in August. The facility will close August 21st and will remain shut down through September 2nd as runway construction gets underway. The project is a complete reconstruction of the intersection between the 2 runways. Roger Maris All-Star Week is back for the second consecutive year here in Fargo-Moorhead, and organizers say there are activities for people of all ages to enjoy. The event benefits the Roger Maris Cancer Center at Sanford Health.
Second year, and it's even bigger. We've got more activities planned, and hopefully even better than it was last year.
Sanford Health's head of strategic partnerships, Joel Vettel, says a new addition to the All-Star Week this year is the formation of the Maris Academy, which is a partnership with the Boys and Girls Club of the Red River Valley. You can find out more information about the week by heading over to rogermarisweek.com. A student pilot is injured after a small plane crash at Minot International Airport. The crash happened yesterday afternoon when the pilot of the single-engine plane tried to take off at the airport. The North Dakota Highway Patrol says the aircraft sustained significant damage, while 24-year-old pilot Jonas Nava suffered minor injuries. The crash is now under investigation. Help is on the way for North Dakota ranchers who suffered severe losses following last spring's devastating blizzards. Authorities say Hope After Haley is a relief fund started by the North Dakota Stockmen's Association. The group reports having more than $120,000 in funding. This is available now thanks to generous donors. Applications for relief funds reportedly are available online at ndstockman.org. Well, many farmers in eastern South Dakota are facing planting delays and cutbacks after recent rains and flooding. The rain-soaked fields are inaccessible for farm equipment. Delays mean many farmers will face income losses. Ag officials say some farmers will likely have to rely on crop insurance and federal relief to make it through the 2022 season. The excessive rain follows severe drought conditions in previous seasons. On a lighter note tonight, congratulations to Minot's Sydney Cast, who was crowned Miss North Dakota Saturday night at Williston's Bakken Auditorium. She competed against 12 other contestants. She now will go on to represent the state at the Miss America competition coming up in December. In a closer look tonight, Cass County Sheriff Jesse Jahner says local law enforcement agencies are working and training together to ensure an immediate and coordinated response should an active shooter situation happen in the area.
We understand now, after all these horrible incidents have occurred, is that time is of the essence and that these things are, they happen very quickly. And so we all want to be on the same page with our tactics so that if I show up there with a West Fargo officer or a Fargo officer, we can immediately go. We don't have to discuss what we're doing.
Sheriff Jahner told WDAY's Bonnie and Friends that the agency's training and responding together can lead to reduced response times, improve coordination, and as a result, allow the agencies to be better prepared to save lives.
My staff was training with Fargo when they had their training sessions. They were training with us. West Fargo was training with us and that type of thing. And the reason that we do that is because if there's an active shooter situation in West Fargo, it's not going to be just West Fargo Police Department that responds to it. Of course, they're going to, but then they're going to ask for assistance from both our agency and Fargo.
Sheriff Jahner is also emphasizing the importance of communication between several agencies following the recent deadly school shooting and the delayed police response in Uvalde, Texas. Well, we hope you find the Nightly Review to be a better source for news and information for all that is happening in the FM Metro. If you do, please be sure to hit subscribe and the bell button below to make sure you're always up to date. Weather-wise, a little bit of rain and humid conditions impacted our day today. Meteorologist Justin Storm is in the Skywatch Weather Center with a look at the forecast.
Thanks, Tom. As we head through the overnight hours, we will see a chance for some scattered thunderstorms developing, mostly just west of the Red River Valley, but we could see a few storms track through the southern valley. Those storms could be strong to severe, with the main concern being wind and hail. Low temperatures in the upper 60s tonight, and then we'll see a windy, humid day for your Tuesday. A few thunderstorms in the morning, then partly cloudy in the afternoon with a high near 80, and west-southwest wind between 15 and 25, gusting higher at times. As the cold front swings through Tuesday evening, we will see another chance for some thunderstorms to develop. A couple could be strong to severe. Now for Wednesday, humidity drops down, but it will remain windy, partly cloudy with highs in the upper 70s.
It could happen to you or someone you love. One moment, one diagnosis can change everything. Thankfully, there's a program that helps caring people uplift families through a crisis. Lend a Hand Up, raising financial help and hope through community benefits and online campaigns. A program that boosts generosity so gifts go further. Lend a Hand Up helps you help your neighbors. Learn more and give at lendahandup.org.
Welcome back to the Nightly Review. In tonight's one-on-one conversation, I have two guests talking about a new technology that one North Dakota state official says will revolutionize the learning experience for students in the state's public schools. The new platform is called ClassLink, and joining me to talk about it is John Gieser, Manager of Support and Technical Services for the state agency EduTech. And Burj Aiken is the founder and CEO for ClassLink. I started by asking Gieser about the potential ClassLink has to impact learning.
At the state of North Dakota, we've had our eye on this type of application for a long time. We're constantly reviewing what the needs of the schools are and how we can best approach them and fulfill their needs to make them be more effective teachers, help them give the best education possible to students, reduce stress on parents, all those sorts of things. And I think from the initial blush, what this would look like to a teacher or a student is it's a single sign-on dashboard. And by that, I mean when a student needs to access resources, educational technology resources, whether it's a website or an application they're supposed to be using, we want those things to be protected by passwords. But then that ends up being just a large burden on the students, and it ends up chewing up instructional time with teachers helping students get logged in to those applications. So from the teacher or student perspective, this is a single sign-on dashboard that lets you log in once And then you've got access to all of those different resources in a very secure manner.
So, Burj Akian, I'm curious how you, as CEO of ClassLink, would say this technology has the potential to help children as well as parents, and how ClassLink can have a positive impact on teachers. I do understand it's already in use in several states around the country.
So yeah, the numbers these days, we're a little over 17 million, and we're in all 50 states. We actually have a few school systems here in North Dakota that have been using it for several years now, very happily. I think the value that it brings to a student or a teacher is, just as John was saying, it removes frustration. Today, students and teachers count on dozens of online resources and are expected to access them and extract all the instructional and productivity benefits. And a lot of times, it's not only difficult to remember the username and password, you can't even remember the website that you're supposed to go to. And I think that presents a hurdle. If we're spending money on these resources, wanting to get the best out of them, and we struggle to even remember where they are, what to search for, and then on top of that, username and passwords that consistently expectations of security and making those passwords even more difficult, or putting multiple layers in front of them. This technology resolves a lot of those frustrations because it puts it behind a single, very secure username and password, and it's personalized. So when I go there, I see the resources that are assigned for me, and less of an issue of I can't remember where I'm supposed to go and what I'm supposed to do.
I'd like to thank both of my guests for joining me for tonight's one-on-one conversation. ClassLink is already in use in North Dakota school districts in Dickinson, Williston, and Jamestown. Geezer and Akian are not yet able to say when it will be available for students in FM area districts, but say the technology will be deployed in stages statewide over the next 3 years. The full interview is available online right now at WDAYRadioNow.com. Well, that will do it for this Monday night, June 13th, 2022. I'm Tom Tucker. Thanks for watching the Nightly Review.